All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Ern's World Podcast. It's your boy DJ Ern1.
And it's your boy Diff Hue.
And we coming at y'all again, directly from Portland. And this is episode 43. Yeah, so to everybody out there, we appreciate y'all rocking with us per usual, you know. And I feel like I've been kind of dropping the ball on this to begin the podcast, but, you know, we would like to encourage people to like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, most importantly, share with their friends because, you know, we want to grow. And we can't do that without y'all. So there's that. But yeah, another news really, but I mean, just in general. How you been, man?
Well, you know, we leaving town tomorrow, flying out, going back home for some family things. So not the greatest, but at the same time, we got to keep pushing and, you know, aim for the best. So where I'm at right now, I'm just kind of like playing everything by ear before I go home. And yeah, man, I don't really want to get too deep into it, but you know, just dealing with life stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, we cool, man. We still here. We shooting episode 43. Unfortunately, gonna miss the guest episodes coming up. But
you might not.
Why?
It depends on how you feel. How you feeling when you get back home. I told you I come down to call you in if you want.
True.
To.
I'll be there in spirit if anything. But yeah, so how you been though?
I've been all right. This past weekend was not necessarily interesting, but I kind of forgot that the school dance season kind of rolls back around like during winter because they have like the winter formals, you know what I mean? Or winter semi-formals. So I was in Seattle this past weekend DJing a high school dance, and that was interesting. It was, I mean, kind of nice to DJ for this particular school because I wasn't getting a bunch of requests and stuff like that, so that's nice. Make my job a lot easier.
That's
I think I got maybe like 20 requests the entire night.
You still got some requests?
Yeah, I got some requests, but it wasn't like, yo, play this, play that, play that, play that. Yo, you got this? It's like, bro, don't even come to me asking me for certain Playboy Cardi tracks because you know there ain't no edited version.
That's funny. True. They just need to let the kids have fun, man.
Facts.
It's one night. It's not like they're not listening to all this stuff anyway. Come on, man.
That's my point of view. I'm like, yo, like they listening to this unedited music on their own anyway. Like I was talking to one of the guys in the crew with me the other on Saturday when we were setting up. I was like, yeah, like it's so interesting to me how like depending on what environment you're at a high school, the music sounds completely different. Like I remember being in gym and like PE and stuff like that, and we'd be listening to everything unedited. Same thing, like in the warm-up lines and stuff like that when we were doing warm-ups and stuff like that for the sports games. Everything we're listening to is unedited.
In high school?
Yeah. But then
I remember that.
But then during the football, during the actual like school dances and stuff like that, everything is edited. Radio music.
Well, I never paid attention to it.
Make it make sense.
But yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
Not at all. But yeah, so that was my weekend. It's kind of what's new with me anyway. Yeah, like I said last episode, just working on a website for Ern's World, so that's about it.
True.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy. Well, a lot of stuff did go on in culture though over the weekend, so I guess we can go ahead and touch up on news basically. What's been going on in the world? A lot of things been going on, man. Where you want to start?
It's a great question. I mean, might as well go music first. You want to do art first? Which one you want to do?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Let's go art. Yeah, as it relates to art, there's been this abandoned high-rise luxury housing project that has been kind of taken over by taggers and graffiti artists in downtown LA. I can't remember when I was reading up on it a little bit.
It was built in like 2019.
Yeah, it was around the time of the pandemic.
I don't want to be wrong, but
that they were in the process of constructing it, and I don't know if it's because of the pandemic and the whole housing crisis that was going on with the pandemic that they just like said fuck it and abandoned the project. But
they ran out of funds.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like I don't know if it had anything to do with the housing crisis as to why they weren't getting funds to like finish it. But long story short, they didn't finish it, and graffiti artists have been taking it over, and it actually looks pretty dope.
Right.
There's been a lot of drone footage surfacing on social media as of late, just of the building. So we're gonna run this little news clip so you guys can kind of get a little bit of background on it. Super quick, super short, but it's the gist of what's kind of going on in LA.
We're talking about vandalism. We're talking about tagging with graffiti. An investigation underway now after multiple stories. Take a look at this. Of this abandoned luxury high-rise in downtown Los Angeles were tagged by vandals. It's quite impressive. The feet there, 27 floors of that high-rise, hit with that graffiti. Fox 11's Christy Fardo joining us now live to talk about this tagging incident. She joins me.
Oh,
Christy, good to see you. I said impressive because it kind of is here. What's going on? How did this happen?
Well, you know, we talked to a neighbor who said he first saw people tagging about a week ago on Friday, to be exact, and it has only exploded since then. And the LAPD tells us that they had an emergency meeting with the property managers, and that the city has even given that management company a 1-week abatement notice to improve security and also remove the graffiti. But as we saw firsthand, the taggers are still at it. It was a billion-dollar project, but now the 3 abandoned LA high-rises are towers of graffiti and beacons for taggers. We saw them rolling paint on the sky-high buildings.
That's insane.
Even as the deputy mayor was meeting with the LAPD several stories below.
People from out of state came, people from the IE, San Diego, everywhere, you know? Everybody's coming to hit this spot.
This tagger, who goes by Klops HEL, shared this video of him tagging one of the buildings known as the Oceanwide Plaza. You can hear the wind blowing and sirens in the background. This crew tells us the 2 security guards assigned to the property spotted them, called police, and yelled at them to leave.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, but I mean, once you're out there, I mean, the adrenaline and all that, so you know that all of that goes out the way. So
the LAPD says vandals are getting in through holes in the gates like this one.
That's funny.
And that the property has been a magnet for trouble since construction was halted in 2019. The China-based developer behind the mixed-use high-rises defaulted on loans, and the property is reportedly now up for sale.
Well,
but take a look.
That's what happened.
With the explosion of graffiti on just about every floor, the Oceanwide Plaza has become a photo op.
I heard that it's abandoned, so I'm like, you know, I mean, I don't know why they would do it.
We saw person after person taking pictures, including the Deputy Mayor of Public Safety, Brian K. Williams. The LAPD says the buildings are dangerous. Security will be tightened and the graffiti removed.
I got a lot to say about this. We don't have to let this. Okay, so my thing is,
I appreciate it so much. I have affinity for it.
It's only like a minute 50 seconds.
It's like
not a long clip.
Art in motion.
this is like our way of expressing ourselves, you know, our way of, you know, just.
This is art therapy.
Yeah.
This is art therapy.
I just think it's funny how LA says it's dangerous, yet LA has been dangerous for people getting killed, robbed randomly. You got gang activity. You got Skid Row.
Yeah, LA been crazy for off the chain for a minute.
Yeah, so quit with the bullshit. Like, some of this be kind of cringe because this city, California alone is a really rich city. Los Angeles is a $1 billion city, man. Some of the most richest people live in that city, and there's still people that are dirt poor. There's still a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I say all that to say that this, to me, is just a product of rich people not getting their way. And honestly, I'm all with it. I hate to be that guy, but like, completely screw that building up. Do it. Because like, at the end of the day, somebody with a lot of money put that there, didn't finish the job, and now it's just sitting. You got people that are legit homeless. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a waste of space. And you're going to get mad because people are putting art on it. And my thing is, for them to even say it's dangerous, regardless of it legit being dangerous, dude, LA is dangerous.
Nah, I feel you.
You can't even wear a certain type of hat in that city. But you want to talk about somebody risking their life on a skyscraper? That's a at your own risk type situation. I'm a civilian. I should be able to go in the public and wear a hat and not feel like I'm going to die. So at the end of the day, if they're going to talk about that being dangerous, they need to keep that same energy with everything going on in the city. I
just think it's dope to see.
Me too.
I don't know where exactly it is, because where exactly in the city is that?
It's in downtown LA. That's like right there by the old Staples Center. Literally.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, I knew I did see some buildings that were under construction when I was at Etch.
Right,
I was like, I don't
basically
remember seeing any type of graffiti all over these buildings, and then all of a sudden,
well, and that's why it's funny, because it's like,
when did this start happening?
Everybody that knows in the graffiti world, once something gets hit, that's it. It just takes that one person to hit it, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like an advertisement, basically.
That's like, so that's inevitable.
Cause yeah, like Etch lives, I want to say Etch lives maybe a couple blocks away from the Staples Center. He lives like maybe 6 blocks away from Staples.
Yeah, I'm always gonna be with this because this is hip hop and it's also art. You know, it's one of the coolest arts too when you really think about it, because people risk their lives you know, and they really it takes a lot of skill to do this. This is not it's not simple. And I mean, people really dedicate their lives to this, and it's special, man. And I feel like it's a part of the culture, regardless. And it gives people jobs. So I mean, why be mad? Because honestly, there's people that literally make a living off wiping this stuff off the buildings. You cutting them out of jobs if the graffiti artists stop. So as far as I'm concerned, it's part of the ecosystem. That's how I look at it.
I mean, it's just always been fire to me. Just seeing it on trains.
Don't you consider it being part of the ecosystem?
Seeing it on, I mean, kind of, sort of at this point. But seeing it on trains, seeing it on interstate signage, seeing it on the interstates.
The thing that I don't like is that they get mad, but it's like it looks better than just sitting there.
What you mean?
You
talking about the art on the building?
Yeah. It looks better than just sitting there.
I mean, I don't see why they're tripping about it at the moment, because I mean,
they weren't tripping about it. Just a piece of junk just sitting there.
That's what I'm saying.
For over 3 years now.
I mean, if it's gonna sit there and nobody's gonna use it, like, you can't really be mad at people for using it as essentially a canvas for art.
I'm surprised the homeless camps ain't really started setting shot up.
Right. I'm surprised the homeless people haven't taken over the building.
I would have got me a little spot up there somewhere in the cut, because there's a lot of rooms. You ain't finding me.
I mean, not only that, it just looks like the outside of the building for the most part on certain floors is kind of finished. So like, you don't got to worry about the elements and stuff.
Well, not even that, but some of those floors are still concrete, which means you could do a fire inside and not have to worry about it. You could be in a cut, ain't nobody gonna notice.
What I'm saying, the outside of the building is finished, so it's protected. It's gonna protect you from the elements. Anything else you want to do inside there is kind of like up to you. You just want to make sure you don't like burn the whole building down.
Because it's so high, you can probably go somewhere in the cut and not be bothered, and ain't nobody gonna really fuck with you.
That's true.
So,
but yeah, moving along from this, I mean, it's just something that just happened to pop up, and then everybody thought it was kind of dope to see if you're into like the art scene, any type of urban art, any type of urban creation, urban culture.
Talk about something that's dangerous.
This is what popped up over the weekend for us to kind of engage with on our timeline. So shout out to LA.
LA's funny, man.
But yeah, in other news, the Grammys did just happen this past weekend. I didn't watch it, but
me neither.
I always try to stay tapped in via my timeline when award shows and stuff are going on, just so like if I'm not watching it, I can still actively engage with what's going on. But long story short, I guess the first topic of discussion on this would be Jay-Z's Grammy speech. So I'm gonna run that clip for y'all real quick.
He won, by the way, an achievement award. In case nobody knows, apparently it's an achievement award.
Yeah, so Jay-Z won an award, but he also took the time to use the platform to, you know, kind of give a nod to, I guess, his wife Beyonce, but also kind of throw a little bit of shade at some people who he thought maybe weren't as deserving, but also kind of, you know, let people know that regardless, people gonna feel like they got snubbed every year. It's an ongoing process. It's a cycle. So anyway, to kick this off, the most Grammys never won out. Basically, he's talking about Beyonce right here. The most Grammys never won album of the year. That doesn't work. So here's the clip.
Love y'all.
Here we go.
We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. And obviously, it's subjective. Y'all don't got to clap at everything. Obviously, it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Love y'all. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
When I get nervous, I tell the truth.
That was gas.
Yeah.
So, here's my take. First off, all the real artists don't really care about the Grammys. Like, if you really know, you know. Most of the people who really be doing it, they don't care about the Grammys because they realize the Grammys used to be a thing, part of the American culture where it was like the staple. Like, if you're an artist, that's an achievement. But certain artists have realized because of the way the voting and all that stuff works that a lot of that stuff's been kind of skewed. So a lot of people don't even show up to the Grammys. I mean, we know that firsthand. I mean, Drake doesn't show up. A lot of artists don't really have been vocal about how they feel about the Grammys. So with that being said, a lot of people don't they don't put all that weight into it.
Yeah, they were saying Travis Scott's a little situation on stage after he was like throwing chairs and being destructive wasn't actually a part of his performance. He was actually mad about the fact that he has been nominated 10 times for a Grammy and has not won a single one. I'm like, yo, if y'all, out of all times y'all could have gave that man Travis a Grammy, it should have been for Astroworld.
I thought Astroworld got a Grammy.
Nah, it was nominated, but he ain't win.
But maybe he puts his weight in it. But it's a lot of artists don't though, and a lot of artists have been vocal about it. So when I look at someone like Jay-Z who speaks on it, he clearly, I feel like, is already past the point to where the Grammys mean something to him. I feel like, he was shown drinking out of the most recent award. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for him to speak up on the situation is not necessarily just on behalf of Beyonce, but
on behalf of artists as a whole.
Exactly. It just so happens that because she has the most number of Grammys, and that, like what he said, doesn't really add up and make sense. But at the same time, it's like, for me, I'm just like, if I had the most Grammys, I wouldn't even give a fuck.
Yeah, at that point.
But I don't think that it's about that. I think it's just
not. It's just general principle.
I don't think that they even really care.
That's usually what most people have issues with in general. In most cases, is general principle not being honored. You know what I mean?
True.
Where it's like, yo, like, come on now, like, we did all this. We said all we said.
I'm not gonna lie though, it do seem like Travis Scott should have maybe gotten a Grammy at least once. Maybe once.
Like I said, if he was gonna get one, it would have been for Astroworld.
Yeah, Astroworld.
Astroworld or Birds in the Trap Scene.
Astroworld was nominated for the Rap Album of the Year, right? Who won? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was nominated. He was nominated.
Might have. It wasn't Drake, was it?
I really thought that he won. He didn't win anything.
No, we can look this up.
Right? Is that what you're saying? You're saying he didn't win any Grammys.
He hasn't won a Grammy. Not yet.
And so there was footage of him throwing a tantrum?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I didn't even know that happened.
He was performing Fiend.
And like what he did it during the performance?
Yeah.
Well, how did they know that? So you think he was just taking out his rage while he wasn't performing? Oh. Mm-hmm. You think it was? But did it look like it? Because I didn't see the footage. Did you see it?
I did.
And what's your take on
it? Real quick. Here we go. I'll show it to you real quick. So here it is. They slept on me 10 times. I'm probably got to kill this audio, but
was this before or after?
This is during his performance.
I'm saying, was this after the awards or like after they already did the nomination for this shit?
It don't matter. It's at his performance. It's during his performance.
It do matter because I'm trying to figure out, was he smashing this after he found out he didn't win?
Bro, the fact of the matter is he's been nominated 10 times and has not won shit.
True. I guess you're right. You're right.
How you gonna nominate me 10 times and I ain't won yet?
But I mean, at the same time, though, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is gonna sound not crazy, but like, you can't really be mad at that. And here's the reason why. Let's say you're an artist.
Can't, but if everybody within the people are saying you were deserving of a Grammy.
This is my thing. I have to see who he was running up against, and that's my only way I can say that. Because just because you was nominated,
Astroworld, regardless of who he was going up against, should have won a fucking Grammy.
That's what I can't say that. I need to know
Astroworld.
What album? Can we look it up? Let's look it up. What's the album that he was competing against? I really need to know, and that's gonna give me an easy answer right there. Because at the end of the day, you can be just because you're nominated doesn't mean that you're going to win, and it doesn't mean that you're
for rap album, best rap album.
I'm saying, what was his comp? Who won?
Let me see who he lost to. Oh, he lost to Cardi B.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
all right. We gotta chill. We gotta.
So I'm like, bro, wait, what?
All right, that's crazy. All right, wow. All right.
I was like, I know he lost to somebody he should have won against.
Yeah, no, and we love Cardi B, but nah, and that was a good album, but no, that was a good album. That Cardi B album was good,
but it wasn't better than Astroworld.
Astroworld, man,
it was not better than Astroworld.
Those two albums held the year down though.
Like my dad didn't even dislike Astroworld.
Yeah,
and he don't even listen to that.
Crazy, yo. I didn't really realize. Okay, yeah, I feel some type of way.
Yeah,
all right. And he didn't win this album too. So, but this year though, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of glad Killer Mike got it swept. That he deserves that. Killer Mike deserves that. And I guess it's perfect timing because we can kind of move into that. The next
it's
thing.
So funny because Kai Cenat was like, "Yo, who's Killer Mike?" I was
That's
like,
sad,
bruh.
man. I mean, we gotta, yeah.
What you mean, who's Killer Mike?
He don't know no better, man.
I mean, he's also not from the South, and he's also way younger than us.
Yeah,
so,
he is young, and yeah.
I want to give him a pass, but at the same time, it's like, bruh.
It's crazy because you have to, but at the same time, it's like, because you just gotta realize that some of these kids are just not like us, bro. They don't go back, and they just don't.
And it's crazy, bro. I was literally just talking about that, and I was having a conversation with somebody the other day on Friday about that. I was like, yeah, like he was telling me, like this one. He was just talking about the fact that he was like, yeah, a lot of the younger generation of people don't do their due diligence to go back and actually learn about why shit is
Matter of
important.
fact, I was just on Instagram.
Why they should hold something in as high of regard as they do.
I was just on Instagram and there was Travis Barker playing drums. Somebody in the comments said, "Who is this?" And everybody started trolling the person. They started naming. They mentioned like 2 different artists and mashed them together. They was like, "This is so and so in this band called blah blah blah." They were just fucking with them. But it was just like, y'all wrong, man. They asking a genuine question. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, how do you not know who Travis Barker is? But at the same time, it's like, should they know who Travis Barker is? It's like some people just ain't in the culture like that. But I don't know. It was just weird though, because it's like Travis Barker versus the artist we just mentioned. It's still, you should still kind of know both. I mean, you don't even listen to Blink-182 like that, and you know Travis Barker,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just weird, man. It's just like you can't be mad at people. I've learned, and I think because I'm a purist, by default, we always gonna feel some type of way.
I mean, I don't necessarily feel some type of way anymore. I just in this day and age, I just kind of start looking at people a little differently.
True.
Depending on what space they're in and what they're attached to and how they make their money, I'm like, yo, so you mean to tell me you make your money off this particular part of or subset of American culture and you don't
really know who so-and-so is?
Know who this person or figure is?
So, yeah.
That's my old bro. Dude didn't know who didn't know who fucking Paula Abdul was.
That's crazy. And he older than you? Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, bro, we can't talk about shit else.
Man, screw that. If you just music and like, I don't know.
I'm like, bro, was you living under a rock during the early 2000s?
Did you watch TV?
Right. Was you living under a rock?
Not even music. Did you watch TV? I don't know.
You like sports, right? Laker girls?
I don't know, man.
The Pussycat Dolls?
Wait, what does Pussycat Dolls have to do with Paula Abdul?
Laker girls, Pussycat Dolls, like...
What does that have to do with Paula Abdul?
She was a part of the Pussycat Dolls.
Paula Abdul is not part of no Pussycat Dolls.
Way back in the day?
Bro, you're wildin'. Pussycat Dolls is a newer group.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
The Pussycat Dolls became bigger in the 2000s, but they started in like the 80s, 90s type shit.
No. Are you talking about a different group of Pussycat? It was like a different generation?
Bro, it's literally a different generation. Bro, it's a different generation of Pussycat Dolls.
Okay,
but it's the Pussycat Dolls.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm.
That's why I'm like, yo, like, how you not?
No. I'm just making sure we on the same page. Because I'm like, all right.
But it's like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm like,
I thought you was talking about our generation.
No, not our generation.
Okay. Got you.
I'm just like, yo, like,
all right,
dog. American Idol?
That's what I'm saying. Did you watch TV? But that's besides the point, man. Like people are just, I don't know. It's just the way of the world, man. You either get it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this though. That's why I like the fact that somebody like Killer Mike winning, because he deserves it and he deserves some light. That album I know was really good. I heard a lot of great things about it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I personally didn't play it. I have it. I didn't actually. Let me not lie. I did play it, but I didn't get to digest the album like I wanted to, just because of the headspace I was in. So I've been wanting to play it, but I just kind of like haven't really been in that headspace to really listen to it like I want. So I will say that, like, from what I heard everyone else say, I've heard nothing but good things. And then on top of that, finding out that DJ Paul had his hands in it, which he's had his hands in a lot of stuff lately that I don't think a lot of people have been paying attention to, but that's just cool too, because like
he for real in his producer bag. I'm gonna get the bread from behind the scenes.
I mean, he really be deep in it though. Like got Academy Award winning, man. Oscars, Grammys at it again. So it's like, congratulations to both of them. But ultimately, like I said, Killer Mike for getting 3. I mean, this is a big deal. I didn't even see, what was it, best rap album, rap song? I don't know the other one, but three in a row, man.
Yeah, I think he got. I want to say he got best. He for sure got best rap album.
I think he got best rap song too.
I think he got best rap song. I don't know what the third one was.
Me neither.
But he got 3 Grammys. Long story short.
So that's good. That's amazing, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Killer Mike.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, my introduction to him for real was through that Outkast song, "The Whole World" back in the day, and they won a Grammy off that.
Classic.
So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man.
Shout out to Outkast, Killer Mike, and the rest of the Dungeon family.
Mm-hmm. What we got next? Music news.
Actually, since we did kind of touch on Kai not really knowing about Killer Mike, I guess we're gonna tap into this whole streamers getting finessed.
Allegedly
situation. Yeah, so if you've been paying attention to social over the past couple of weeks, there's been a handful of incidents where rappers have been coming up on a huge bag just off of spending a super short amount of time with these streamers. So, first incident that I can recall of as of late would be the situation with Kai Cenat losing I want to say $300K to 21 Savage over a 2K.
Bro, they showed him raging. He broke all his shit. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so Kai Cenat lost $200,000 or $300,000 to 21 Savage over a 2K or Madden game. Then Aiden Ross loses some money but he ends up not really losing the money, I don't feel like, because just based on the way the situation scenario.
No, he gave half. I think he gave
some of the money back, or gave him half of the money back.
I think he did some basic. No, I think he said he paid him back and he apologized, something like that.
So long story short, 21 Savage and Aiden Ross were playing a card game where they had to pull cards from a pile of cards, right? And whichever one was the highest card, I want to say, was the one that won the round. I don't know exactly what the name of the game is, but they won some gambling shit. And some of the cards they were playing with were marked. So, long story short, the money that 21 Savage was supposed to really, really win from Aiden Ross, he ended up not really winning because the game was allegedly rigged. Then, a week later, Aiden Ross asked 21 Savage, but asked Playboy Cardi to pull up for a live stream for $2 million. In a Ferrari and a trip somewhere on a private jet. And this dude Playboy Cardi
got crazy bread, bro.
This dude Playboy Cardi pulls up for all of 10 minutes?
No, they said 6. They said 6 minutes. That's what the internet said.
6 minutes. Pulls up for 6 minutes.
You can't even really see his face.
You couldn't see his face at all. He had a mask on.
It's dark.
They were in the dark. He had a mask on.
Yeah,
pulls up for 6 minutes, walks out with $1 million in cash.
Yeah, because apparently Aiden didn't give him the other half. He was like, "Nah, you're not getting a jet situation either." And
or
apparently, he showed up late.
Yeah,
he showed up an hour late. So my thing is, man, it's hard to say because, like I said, this is all alleged. But I don't know, man. It's like some of these relationships is transactional, and I feel like these streamers don't necessarily understand some of their relationships as far as it goes. I don't think they understand who is actually really cool with them and
who's just there for the bag.
Yeah, or just whatever. Because, some of this stuff can be prevented. And I'm just like, why would you put yourself in that situation? I wouldn't give $2 million to somebody that I don't really like. I don't know. I gotta really vibe and have some type of vibe with you. It can't just be because you're that person and I know people gonna want to see you.
For $2 million, that shit gotta be mutually beneficial.
Yeah, I can't just give you $2 million just because you that. But I will say this though, I thought about it. When they said that he gave $2 million in a Ferrari, that sounds very crazy. But when you think about the type of bread these dudes got, and also think about how they have to write off things for taxes,
tax write-offs and stuff, giveaways.
They probably this is how they move. So it's not surprising at all. And I'm like, okay. Because that's how I assume. I would assume when they do this type of stuff, there's a reason. There's a more meticulous reason. They're not just doing it. They definitely getting something out of it.
Yeah, they got to it at a certain point. I just feel like I don't know, man. Just the way some of these streamers move in general and just how corny they are to me.
Yeah, they've been mad corny, man.
I get it. Y'all have a direct line to the younger
like I think
younger audience on the internet, but it's just like, damn, like
we talked about it earlier.
I gotta mix my brand with your brand.
Shout out to Kai.
Just to tap into some people.
I'm cool with Kai. Like he's like I said off air.
Yeah, most of the AMP people are cool.
All of them are pretty cool, man. Like they're pretty normal. Like they don't be on no weird shit. But a lot of these other dudes, y'all corny, man. Super lame, super cringe. They're just really cringe, yo. Cringe-worthy people. And I don't be understanding why they even are as famous as they are. And I ain't even talking about Aiden Ross. I'm talking about people other than him. I ain't even gonna say their names, but just they lame. You know what I'm saying? Aiden Ross, I don't really fuck with him either, but I ain't necessarily tripping on him as much as I am with the other dudes. Because the other dudes be just doing like extra ass shit. And it just be like not even funny. It's really clout chasey.
It's bad out here.
It is bad out here. But yeah, so make a long story short, man, be careful who you work with and who you get the money to, man. You know what I'm saying? The clout is one hell of a drug.
And even from like a rapper standpoint, I guess it relates to the 21 Savage card situation. Like, be careful of who you bring around too, because like because on the video I saw 21 open up a fresh pack of cards, right? And then I don't know if he handed the cards to his homeboy and his homeboy swapped them out or what, but like
even then, all of it sounds fishy because let's say
it's sus.
He apologized allegedly, and allegedly it was somebody in his circle that was on some weird stuff, but that's all weird. It's like, why you too rich to be having people in your circle at this point that, you know, you get to a certain point in your career where you're supposed to weed out all the people. Don't get me wrong. There's you know, you might have a fake person in there, but a lot of times they figure it out by the end, and it's like, yo, we weed those out, weed the snakes out, and we're good. I feel like he's at a point in his career now where he shouldn't be roaming with anybody that's like doing that type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's just kind of weird. Like,
no, I agree.
Y'all doing that's the type of time in y'all own.
And it's on camera.
Yeah, like that's just crazy. So I don't know. Like that's why I say allegedly, because it's all sound kind of weird. But then Aiden Ross goes on the internet and says that he apologized and said that he'll take him to Atlanta, bring him to Atlanta.
Let's bring him to the hood. Like for what? We don't need Aiden walking around the hood in Atlanta.
Yeah, like what is that? How does that even make me feel better about the situation?
He's not giving back to this. He giving back to the hood in Atlanta while he's there?
I don't even know, man.
If not, then he don't need to be in the hood in Atlanta.
So yeah, I have no clue about that.
Cents.
I feel you.
Like
I don't know. A lot of weirdness with the streamers, but hey,
I don't know. It's also just weird. It's just weird energy with a lot of them dudes.
It is most definitely. Even when Aiden got what's his name? Charleston White.
Charleston White. Yeah.
He got him on there too. But then, you know, and it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I ain't got much to say on it. We can move on.
Yeah. Shit, I'm trying to think what the
music. It ain't nothing quick. I just want to share
the Schoolboy Q.
So yeah, people, quick announcement, nothing crazy. Schoolboy Q is about to drop a new album. I don't know about you, but I've been waiting on a new Schoolboy album for a while now. He is one of my favorite artists in TDE. I feel like a lot of people don't really give him the credit that he deserves to. Like, he is one of the artists on TDE that actually is dope. I don't know what it is about Schoolboy Q that makes him... He's just a good artist, but it's crazy because it's something about the way he has a vibe and style to him. I can't explain it. His production game is fire, and his choice in the way he arranges his projects, I really think is what makes him special. Because, like, that Blank Face project, man, that was a good project.
That's the joint with, like, the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good project. All his projects have been good, but, like, that project really stood out for me. And I feel like if he has his hands and ears in the studio beyond the rap, kudos to him. Because some rappers just be in the studio and just rap on the shit. I feel like he actually be having his hands on a lot of the sound of his projects. So with that being said, I'm excited.
I mean, I would hope you do as an artist. He would from an artist standpoint. Like, I mean, shit, you got to pick the beats that you want to rap on. So
that's not what I'm saying though. Sometimes it's beyond that. Like, a lot of rappers can pick a beat and rap on it, but his arrangements and the cohesiveness,
cohesive,
and actually having a story and substance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's your project. You should want something that.
But some rappers don't necessarily do that, bro.
Collective, cohesive sound to make your project.
There's some rappers that can give you a project that's dope, and they don't necessarily have a cohesiveness to it, and you still like it. With him though, there's a real art to it, is what I'm saying. Like, you really like that. To me, it kind of had like a cinematic vibe almost. Like, when the Blank Face for me had a cinematic vibe. I really like that album. So like I said, I'm waiting on this new. Even the album after that was good, but I'm just saying that was the one out of all his projects so far that stood out. So I'm excited to hear this new one, and apparently it's called Blue Lips. He didn't really have a whole lot, but like a little snippet. I sent it to your DM if you want to pull it up. It's like a little teaser. How do you feel about it though? I know there's not much on it right now, but just to hear the news at least.
I'm indifferent.
Why?
It's just nice. It's nice to see him come out with some stuff. Cause I mean, he's been gone for like almost 10 years, like 6 years.
We talking March 1st, Blue Lips. Little teaser, nothing crazy.
Just the track list up there?
Yeah, I think so.
That looks like the same, the track list is like it's in the same font from The Good Kid, Mad City.
He always uses that font for a lot of his stuff.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It looks like because I think they actually used, I want to say it's somebody in the actual group's like actual like handwriting that they used for that font.
I feel like, I don't want to be wrong, but I feel like Schoolboy be writing some of that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it might be his handwriting, but like I don't know for sure. I know it's somebody in the camp though.
The promo clip was very, very vague. It wasn't not a whole lot, but I really just wanted to share that because for me, there hasn't been a whole lot of good music in hip hop lately that like I really, really liked, and to get a new Schoolboy Q album after a few years, it's gonna be refreshing, man. TD always puts something great out, so shouts out to Schoolboy.
I mean, I've been saying for the longest that Schoolboy is my favorite artist out of the TDE camp. What was it? Because I want to say, what was it? The song "Brand New Guy."
Classic.
That was really the
Classic.
song. That was a song for me that I was like, oh, who's this?
That might have been.
Like, he might be the nicest one out of the crew, low key.
That might have been the one too.
Like him and Kendrick.
Well, actually, no. What track did it for me?
What you mean? Which track did it for you? Oh, you talking about just like from a Schoolboy standpoint?
Yeah. I feel like it's that Druggies and Hoes. But I don't know. I like all his stuff.
He had a song with Jenny Aiko off that same, was it Habits and Contradiction? Oh, My Hating Joint. Remember My Hating Joint?
Yeah, but she wasn't on that.
No, I'm just saying that song was one of them songs for me.
It was that song.
That My Hating Joint?
Oh, no. That's the Bad Bitch. No, I'm thinking of the other track. My bad. No, My Hating Joint is My Hating Joint.
Yeah.
My Hating Joint. Yeah, no. That whole project was good.
Dang, that was another one.
No, the one that I was just saying earlier, that was that beat had that cool sample, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all hear the melody. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, the audience and all. But yeah, man, make a long story short, I'm ready for the album. I ain't much to talk about. We ain't gotta go crazy.
Seen a quite like me.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
What was the name of that song?
And I'm way too G. Yeah, that's fine.
Dang, I draw a blank on this. This is all Schoolboy from like 15 years ago though. At this point, so it's like, give us a pass.
You said how many years?
Like that's like 2012, 2011. It's 2024. So I'm like, it's like that's almost, honestly, depending on when that project mixtape came out, it might even have been 2010.
All right, that's crazy. Moving along, man.
Yeah, I guess this is the fun part of the podcast where we get to. Actually, hold up, wait, no, we got the Black History stuff.
Oh yes. So right. Before we get
Black History Month,
I gotta say a disclaimer though, because I said this the last time. We make history all the time, so that whole Black History Month is really BS. But this month, since everybody else wants to acknowledge it as just this 1 month, we gonna go ahead and show some stuff that we thought was actually really cool that our people made. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, we got our hands on a lot of stuff, man. Y'all be surprised at how many things we use that Black people have created. And to be real with you, I to this day still find out about stuff and I'm just like surprised, but then like not surprised. It's like, well, I mean, we do be doing a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I figured we'd share some of the cool stuff that people have done. And one of the cool things is actually, believe it or not, the first ever.
Oh, I heard it is, dude.
The first ever video game cartridge was invented by a black man, and his name was Gerald Lawson. We're gonna watch a quick little video, nothing crazy, little clip. But basically, man, yeah, if you know the Segas, the Nintendos, the Ataris, all that, yeah, like
we don't get none of that without this man.
He's really him. So let's go ahead and you know what I'm saying? Because that's real. That's real shit right there. On top of all that, just the magnitude of like what he did and where we at, because we ain't even on cartridges no more. So really, this is like, this is really the first. I mean, it's the baby of it all. The cartridge is the baby. You can't get to the CD without the cartridge. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Gerald Lawson. Rest in peace as well, because he did pass away a few years back. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and share a little bit of that on today's pod.
This
shout out to BuzzFeed for this video.
Channel F video game console. Never heard of it? Well, you should have. It was the very first at-home video game console that allowed users to play different games using removable cartridges. Sound familiar? That's because companies like Nintendo and Atari followed suit and popularized removable cartridges. Until that time, people could only play games that were built into the console themselves. This console, to put it lightly, changed the face of video games as we know it. The original console was invented by Gerald Lawson in 1976, who revolutionized the at-home gaming market with his leadership and innovation. Jeigh is now known as the father of modern gaming. He was a pioneer for video games first and foremost, but he was also one of the only African-American engineers in his field. Gerald Lawson was born in Brooklyn in 1940.
Probably because they didn't let him in the field. A lot of people didn't let a lot of people in the field. It ain't because we didn't have skills.
Ding, ding, ding.
You feel me?
Ding, ding, ding. Was George Washington Carver, another prominent black inventor. I had a picture of George Washington Carver on the wall next to my desk, he said to Vintage Computing and Gaming. His first grade teacher told him, "This could be you." He told the publication that this kind of influence led me to feel I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be something. He was self-taught. At the age of 13, he received his amateur ham radio license and would save up money he earned from repairing television sets to build his own station in his room. In 1970, he became an applications engineering consultant for Fairchild Semiconductor in Silicon Valley. While he was there, he created the early arcade game Demolition Derby in his garage, which became one of the earliest microprocessor-driven games. By the mid-1970s, he became the chief hardware engineer and director of engineering and marketing of the video game division at Fairchild. In that position, he led the development of the Fairchild Channel F console, which was released in 1976. The technology was the first where people could remove cartridges at home. The technology was licensed from Alpex, but Lawson and his team changed the technology in order to use the Fairchild 8 processor, as well as figuring out how to make interchangeable cartridges work without causing electrical damage. Now, people had a stockpile of games at home, creating a new revenue stream for manufacturers through game sales, a foundation that the video game industry relies on today. The Channel F also featured an 8-way joystick designed by Jeigh and a pause button, also the very first for an at-home video game console. Unfortunately, other companies caught wind of what Jeigh was doing and worked to make versions that were higher powered and with better marketing. And so came the release of the Atari 2600 in
I wonder, did he get a patent, man?
Whose popularity
it don't matter if
overshadowed
he's working
Jeigh's
for a company
console,
when he was doing it.
making it unsuccessful. But the community begs to differ, as Lawson's innovations as the
way
first...
a lot of these companies function is like, if you create something new using any of our like technology that we provided for you, like technically we own whatever the hell you created. It's just how it works, unfortunately.
Person to create removable cartridges, and
So
the
if you ever working on some
that
dope shit,
earned him the title, the father of
don't do it on your work
gaming.
computer. Long story short.
Enough, Gerry Lawson was the only black engineer in the Homebrew Computer Club.
And if you do, don't let
in
them find out
Silicon
about
Valley, a hobbyist group which included Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. His work didn't go unnoticed, though. In 1980, Gerry Lawson left Fairchild to create his own video game development company, Videosoft, which actually made software for the Atari 2600. While Gerry passed away in 2011, it's his legacy that has continued on, not only for video games, but for the barriers he broke and the pathway he forged. That same year, Gerry was honored for his work by the International Game Developers Association. His invention is also on display at the World Video Game Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York. We and video gamers across the world salute you, Gerry, for all the work that you've done to help revolutionize the way we play video games today. And every time you hear this sound, thank Gerry Lawson.
That shit's so nostalgic.
Shouts out to Gerry, man, because that's like legit. We really wouldn't be playing video games right now. Like a lot of stuff that I like, we wouldn't have because if it wasn't for him. So, yeah.
Facts. Now we about to hop into the fun part of this podcast, where we share music videos with our audience members. So that's what we're about to do now. We're about to hit YouTube, these YouTube streets, and get y'all right. So this is actually an artist that I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot about them the last time, but I was struggling to find this video and figure out who it was. But anyway, shout out to the big homie Mike Capes out here from North Portland. The name of the song we're about to feature by this guy, by our guy Mike, my guy Mike, is called W.W.J.D, and it's featuring my dad and Big Bro. So here we go.
W.W.J.D. You said Jay-Z.
I said J.D.
You said Z.
Well, you know what I meant. I meant J.D.
It's not full. This your dad and mom. Oh, it's gonna be 90 degrees tomorrow because your mailbox is empty. That's good. Okay, daddy love you. Okay, bye.
I just stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle, nigga. I stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle, nigga. Yeah. I just stay humble and hustle. Focus on my goals. Eventually shit a bubble, nigga. I just stay humble and hustle. Hopping in my mode, I run it but never fumble, nigga. Look, I got nothing to prove to no local niggas. Big dog in this bitch, I can coach a nigga. Ain't concerned about happenings in the city limits. Facade free, no capping. These niggas living gimmicks. I come from the trenches with niggas living with low hope. Where we get the trapping and see success is a gold rope. I've been dreaming bigger or late. Had to self-reflect, had to elevate my goals. Out of self-respect, it's more to life than chasing after some recognition. Validation is poisonous, make you apprehensive. Do you do it for the love or is it using drugs? Defeat the ego instead of people, is you losing touch? Damn, these questions I had to ask myself. Hard-headed, I rarely ever do ask for help. Every time I rhyme, I'm making sure my passion felt. A champion is more than brandishing a fancy belt. Damn, I just stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle, nigga. I stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle, nigga. Yeah. I just stay humble and hustle. Focus on my goals. Eventually shit a bubble, nigga. I just stay humble and hustle. Hopping in my mode, I run it but never fumble, nigga. Yeah. Let me take you back to interstate. Man, I know every single motel so well. I could give you floor plans, pallet on the floor, but I had more plans. Before I even had a core fan, we was still in out of stores, we was poor, man. Lacked guidance, but was guided by the Lord's hand. For I knew what Bible survival was in our instincts.
I feel like this right here is off of Interstate.
Probably.
Interstate Ave.
He just mentioned Interstate.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
So when he found out I was rapping, he became my fan. Got me looking
I was just over there the other day.
Remember all the wisdom that he gave us before he passed. I can still hear his laugh. He had a
I like the video though.
Yeah, she clean. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle.
I like the beat too.
I stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle. Stay humble and hustle, nigga.
He born and raised here?
Yeah, he's from Portland.
On my goals, eventually shit a bubble, nigga. I just stay humble and hustle. Hopping in my mode, I run it but never fumble, nigga.
Yeah, he's like one of the guys out here from a rap standpoint too. Like before I even met him, people were mentioning his name.
It's your big bro Johnny. Just gonna let you know, man. Keep with me your thing, man. You know, hustle, grind. You know what I'm saying? It's in our DNA. You already know what it is. Love you.
Yeah, so that was W.W.J.D by Mike Capes. The next song in this playlist, not playlist, but in this segment, is going to be by the homegirl Zyah Belle, aka Yam Greer. Yeah, she's for real, the homie. So I didn't realize she was as talented as she was until I happened to, because more context, we used to work together, right? So she used to be the project manager on one of the teams I worked on, right? And we just happened to go out for like drinks and just kick it amongst some of the black people out here in Portland. I just started hearing the story and some of the stuff she was saying. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I was like, she talking about herself? She's talking about somebody else. Because I'm like, ain't no way in hell you got time to do the shit you doing for my demanding ass fucking team.
But she
ain't
does.
got the time to do this shit for yourself.
That's just grind and dedication.
Right. And that's
so how is
like,
she getting it? She just don't know sleep?
She, literally, when I talked to her, when I asked her that question, she was like, if you want it, you just make time for it. And that was, I mean, that's some real shit though, for real. If you want it bad enough, you'll make time for it and figure out how to make it happen. Long story short, this is D&D by Zyah Belle. Another video shot out here in Portland. Yeah, no, she's a fire R&B artist. I don't even know if you would even classify, just fire artist. I don't want to put a label on her. And her significant other is actually a talented artist too. We got a video from him coming up right after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to all the homies out there, don't tell me I don't support your art. Doing it again in 4K.
Go ahead and send them videos through.
Facts. If you got videos that need some publicity, it ain't much, but we got you. We ain't got a lot of followers right now, but help us get there.
That's because the people that's looking right now ain't subscribed yet. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe.
Calling me till the day's end. Complaining about your fake friends. Say you wanna go out, I'd rather stay in. Say you in town at the Holiday Inn. Away from your family doing a Holiday Inn. It kinda weird, so I'ma just pivot. Kinda weird, so I'ma just pivot back to me. Cause actually, wherever I'm at is where the action be. My inner circle is where the rations be. Protect my energy like
I like the video.
If you need something, I'm in my own world. You might need to find someone to lean on. It ain't me, baby. Don't you dial my number. I can't
Yam Greer.
No, she's fired. Great personality too. Super personable.
Girl, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah.
This remind me of why am I drawing the blank at this movie? Pootie Tang, the Biggie Shorty scene.
Yeah. It's like the type of music you can't be mad about. This is good vibes, like it's good music. If you don't like this, you just need to go home.
Basically.
Who shot the video?
That's a great question. I can find out. I can ask. It's only a text message away.
That was dope.
Yeah, so shout out to Zyah Belle, aka Yam Greer. That was D&D. The next song, like I said, we're gonna, slide it over to the homie Covi. The name of this song is called Donald Duck Orange Juice, and this song is also by another local Portland artist.
Yeah. Riders with a lot of y'all like Maine ain't doing nothing else for free. I'm taxed, ain't relaxed, ain't watching over my city like Batman.
So to his point last episode, there are a lot of talented artists out here in Portland. I just feel like a lot of them don't necessarily get the shine that they should, or the looks that they should. But we're gonna do our due diligence to change that up a little bit.
A lot of people talk until they get pressed on, and I'm still hungry, so my laws I can rest on. Nike voiceover, so you know I got my check me up. Oh, turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up. I will not turn me up. Try to walk in my turn me up. You ain't making.
It's kind of different. The video is like kind of like catchy. Just the colors. Yeah.
And if everybody wondering, all these songs that are featured throughout this segment will be included in the playlist. It's called the Jam Sesh.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Jam Sesh, you can just hit the link in the bio.
I used to drink the shit out that Donald Duck orange juice when I was in LA.
It's so funny because when you first asked me about this song, you was like, wait a minute, what? Donald Duck Orange Juice? That's the name of the artist? I was like, no. The name of the song is Donald Duck Orange Juice.
You know, that's crazy.
I honestly haven't even seen a carton of that in a long ass time. But it's been around for forever. If you know, you know.
I feel like it's a West Coast thing. They don't got that back home. Am I tripping? I ain't seen that shit back home.
Not really. But it's like, I used to always see it in the grocery stores whenever we would go like further out west to kind of see family members that lived out this way.
Got you.
The only grocery store I might have even ever seen it in back home down south would maybe be like Bilo or Piggly Wiggly.
Mm.
And even then,
Bilo
doesn't exist anymore, and Piggly Wiggly is really only at the coast. For real.
South Carolina shit.
South Carolina and at the coast. So, yeah, there's that.
True.
But yeah, we about to hop into this jam sesh for y'all. Let's see. First track on this jam sesh is a song called Big Liddy, and it's by Liddy Mechelle and G5YVE. Yeah. Apologies.
Artists don't be helping.
I don't know how to say your name.
Artists don't be helping themselves sometimes with the names.
They don't. Like,
from a marketing standpoint.
Obviously, we're in LA with it right now. Somewhere in Cali.
If you want the spade, come and get it. Talking all that shit, get your ass
work.
Like you tea with the hands, get your teeth took. I ain't running free phase, Quartilo. Bitches won't cloud, I'm all about my fucking dough. Only time I'm setting up, I'm trying to ride something. Sneak a nigga quick like I'm Krishan or something.
The beat kind of go.
On a bitch, I need 10 of them. Top barb up for 80, I am not one of them. Hands bisexual, what the fuck you mean? Running bitches down, what the fuck you mean? I'm too turned up for the TV screen. I'm too turned up for the TV screen. Big Liddy, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it. Big Liddy, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it. Big Liddy,
where you be finding this?
The internet.
Big Liddy, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it.
On my Timmy Turner shit. Where you get that from?
This is West Coast ratchet.
Yeah.
Big Liddy, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it. Big Liddy, I'm not.
This is definitely West Coast ratchet. Like if this was a ratchet West Coast,
this would be it.
Yeah.
This is the sound.
bisexual. What the fuck you mean? Running bitches down. What the fuck you mean? I'm too turned up for the TV screen. I'm too turned up for the TV screen.
Hands bisexual. What the fuck you mean?
If you want the spade, come and get it. Big Liddy, bitch. If you want the spade,
who is this?
Big Liddy. Liddy Mechelle.
If you want the spade, come and get it.
Yeah.
Big Liddy, Big Liddy.
If you want this fade, come get me. All right, the next song in the Jam Sesh is by Dior, and it's called No Hook. It's funny, you were asking about this song earlier. You was like, oh, who's this? I guess you heard the beat and you fucked the beat maybe. But yeah. Big Liddy, Big Liddy. If you want this fade,
you know what I was thinking
me.
about earlier, that one track, Go Tiny, Go Tiny. I was thinking about that shit earlier today.
They were playing that song in the weed shop out here the other day. And I was dying because I was like, yo, we literally just played that track on my podcast like a couple weeks ago.
I look in the mirror when I'm on the liquor, my features and face look like art to me.
What's the album artwork? For anybody wondering.
Better brush up, you fuck up, I get you gone. Ain't gonna send you to God, I'ma send you home. These niggas can't catch me, I leave them out guessing it's too what the fuck that I be on. Like I'll be a urinal, make yourself useful, I already know you will be on. But thinking that he can get close to me, he ain't picky, this shit really gross to me. I tell you for niggas to be on. Ain't no hook on it, still got a hook on you. I got your ear like I took from you. I got subscriptions for bitches want issues.
I got your ear.
And I give me a move on it.
I got a subscription for bitches that want issues. I got a subscription for bitches that want issues.
These bozos, they fucking embarrassing. I got my dogs and it ain't no comparing them. Putting my fam on my back like a letterman. Can't keep it G with yourself, you would never win. I think in the plot like a pediment. Probably won't hear me out.
I be keeping these clean, man.
I kick down the door just like
you do.
Like I ain't gonna lie. I done had them for over like 2 years now.
You got another color in those too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a few.
You got like red.
I got red, white, and blue. I got these. I got the burgundy ones. I think that's it.
Yeah, he a New Balance guy.
I'm not really. I just like New Balance. I'm not gonna say I'm a New Balance guy. I don't like these.
You kind of are.
Not really. I just like these.
It's not a bad shoe.
It's not. But say I'm a New Balance guy, I feel like I gotta have more than 3 pair.
I mean,
if I had like 5, I could say you probably a New Balance. I ain't got the 5 yet.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair. 3 pairs is just like you know, I'm a what's they call them? There's like a word. I'm a what's that shit that they call you before you get to join the gang?
Oh,
I'm a prospect.
Prospect.
I'm a prospect right now, man.
The next song in this playlist is called Higher 3, and it's by Ras G.
Shout out to Dan. He put me on this, Ras G.
That's funny. Before you get patched in, Prospect. Shout out to one of the Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans.
Did you ever finish that?
The Mayans?
The joint, yeah. Did you ever finish it?
I made it pretty deep. It was one of those situations where like it would kind of be on, and I would just look back up at the TV and not really like. So I mean, I have an idea of what I last saw, but I couldn't tell you what episode it's in.
Got you.
That's kind of what happened to me with like what is it, The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I was like, man,
that shit be getting lengthy. You gotta really you really gotta just stay on it.
I wouldn't even say it gets lengthy for real. It's just like, yo, it's just drawn out for
lengthy.
no reason. Well, yeah, okay. You got
lengthy, drawn out,
convoluted, drawn out, right? Lengthy.
That's how I felt about Power. That Power was good in the beginning, but it's like 6 seasons. It's like y'all just
drew it out for no reason.
Yeah, you could have kept it at a good 3 seasons.
After a while, it's like y'all aren't drawing it out for the sake of the storyline. Y'all drawing it out for the sake of making more money.
Right. Most of my picks for the jam session today is like just beats. I didn't really do nothing crazy. I try to give everybody something different on every episode. I feel like our playlist is mad eclectic, man. I mean, we go all over the place. You really never know what you gonna get on the playlist. Honestly, we got something for everybody.
It's funny. There was another King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard song that came on today in my shuffle, and I was like, dang, I want to play this, but
probably gonna get flagged.
I know I'm gonna get flagged. Like the last one got flagged. We getting flagged on this one too.
This beat just cool. It's different. And it's like off just a little bit. It's still like got that little bop.
I rock with it. That was very heavy type of beat. Well, tried to stop it, but next song in the playlist is called No Paradise, and it's by Etch. I don't think this song has any words either.
It don't. I'm saying.
I don't think my next pick has any words.
Oh, for real? How long is it?
All mine are at least at most 3 minutes.
I feel you.
You know where this artist is from?
Mm-mm. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Smooth beat. Those horns sound a little random, but
they do. But that's kind of why I like this beat. When this comes in, it's like really weird. I feel the same way. I mean, that's why I kind of like the song for me. That's actually what drew me in when I was like, this is weird, but I kind of like it.
It kind of reminds me of that key beat, Hard Soft, where it's
that's
like that part in it that's like very clearly not on key.
I forgot how it went, but the Hard Soft is fire.
It's like that do 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 do.
You gotta play that shit now. I'm like,
yeah, I'll play it for you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's this one piece of instrumentation in the beat that it don't go with what's on the song, but it kind of goes with what's on the song. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna play that in the car when I go home.
I don't remember if I showed y'all the album artwork for this. So here it is before the song go off. All right, the next song is called Sera, and it's by Wax Tailor.
A record of the delightful piece they're going to play this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this joint's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
You said how long is this whole song?
Like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I think we played a Wax Tailor song before on here too.
Yeah.
I have something to tell you.
My little method for finding songs for this jam session is starting to work.
Is it like the algorithm starting to find the shit that you gotta work the algorithm? You gotta feed it weird shit, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's like now I'm just trying to find artists that we don't actually have in the jam session, so we can get more weird, obscure shit.
The great thing about what we do is that we'll never run out of music because there's so much music that hasn't been heard. true. There's someone waiting to be on a jam session.
I don't believe in that. Can it be true? It must be true, no doubt. No doubt. Life is going on as normally as ever. But suddenly something seems to have happened. Everybody seems to be staring in one direction. People seem to be frightened, even terrified.
This reminds me of those DJs that mix in the
I don't understand.
like the video clips.
I feel that.
There are a lot of things we don't understand either.
I wonder if that's what this person's actually doing.
Right.
What did you expect to find? What did you expect?
Who's gonna be our future?
It's your responsibility to do something about it.
Well, I have the key in my hand. All I have to find is the lock. The lock. The lock. The lock.
Now listen to me, all of you.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, smooth. Again, it's music you can't really be mad about. You just like can't complain. Just chill, good music.
Oh, you're divine.
You don't remember the song?
Is it like in a video game or something?
Yeah.
Guessing it's in a Tony Hawk?
Nope.
Oh, Jet Set.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's so crazy they're remaking that game.
I'm actually kind of like, I want to see what it's about.
With the remake?
I saw the Sega reboot. We need to show that on next pod. They have like a little trailer, we need to show that.
Because they got that game coming back, Crazy Taxi.
A lot of games. I think Golden Axe, a few.
I don't recall Golden Axe.
I think there was a few games.
If I see it, I might remember it, but I don't really remember that game.
Beat it up.
How would you describe Golden Axe?
What you mean?
Like, what type of game was it?
Like a side scroll, ain't it? It's just wasn't it a scrolling game?
Like a platform game?
Like it's side scrolling. Wasn't it side scrolling?
I don't know. I don't remember it.
I had Golden Axe, but I can't remember how it went. Yeah, it's side scrolling. I mean, for the most part, you can still move you can move up and this way, so you can still kind of move, but it's side scrolling. So with the way the game is, you can go up and this way, so you can move up.
I don't remember that game.
But you still.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, this game was cool. It's classic.
Yeah, I know what you mean now when you say side scroll. Not necessarily platform, but you're moving. It's like another example of a side scrolling game would be Dick Tracy.
Or Rayman.
There's
a lot of side scrolling. Sega. I mean, Sonic. Sonic is technically side scrolling.
I look at that as more of a platform game, though.
I mean, why you say that?
Because you like running and jumping on platforms.
Yeah, but it's still you're still kind of side scrolling. Because Rayman, you jumping on shit too, and it's still side scroll.
Yeah, but it's the same. Mario and Sonic kind of got the same general concept where you like running across. I
guess I want to know the exact defined difference, but I feel you.
I would say those are more platform versus side scrolling because you're not like moving up and down across the level. If that makes sense. You can't like in that one, how you can move across that little area.
You can go
Yeah, like you can't do that in Sonic.
True.
Or Mario.
Most traditional side-scrolling games, you can only go left or right, and I think you can jump too. So that's still standard to the Sonic.
Yeah, but you can also go up and down. Like I'm thinking of the Rage, the streets of the Rage, the streets of what is it? Streets of the Rage.
But that's kind of the side scroll, ain't it? Yeah, you're right. So that's the same thing, side scroller, but you still can do the same. Because Streets of Rage, you could do that same motion. It was up and down and left and right, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you're not really like jumping on like platforms.
Right, you're not jumping. You're not jumping on here either on Golden Axe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. That's more of a. I would say that would be like more like side scrolling versus like a Sonic.
I get it. I feel you. I feel you.
Sonic, I'd say, is a platform game.
I feel you.
Same with like Knuckles, Mario, Wario, Donkey Kong. Platform games where you're jumping on platforms, going across the level.
I can feel you. I can dig it.
But yeah, that's kind of the podcast for the evening. So a little Black History Month kickoff. Yeah, if you're out there, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Go ahead and subscribe, man.
And of course, tap into the link in bio because that's where all of our stuff can be found. If you want to find us on social media, hit the link in bio. If you want to hit the Jam Sesh, hit the link in bio. You want to just listen to the podcast? Hit the link in bio. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You want to watch the podcast? Ern's World TV link in the description. We got you.
Facts.
Holler at us.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Catch y'all later.